LSU will put a foot to it for the opening kickoff. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the UTSA Roadrunners offense will be first on the attack. And they'll be met by this defensive front, which can wreak havoc.
And this offense is going to have their hands full, and especially this offensive line. And it's not just this year. Like, you watch this group, they're dominant, they're physical. Like, they're gonna make you earn everything you get. But it seems like with this program, Palmer, it's year after year after year. Plug and play, next guy, physical, fast, disruptive defensive linemen.
Yeah, they've set a standard, I think, at that position, at this school. When you look around college football, they're always dominant up front. They're able to recruit a specific athlete tailored to their style of defense and attacking. And it doesn't matter what year it is, who the opponent is, this D-line creates a lot of problems, and they're living in the backfield.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Misses badly on that one.
You just got to wonder, too, guys, if the crowd didn't impact the offense. They're playing on the road on the first 3rd down of this football game. Incomplete. The idea here, I think, just punt it away and see if you can regroup, because this environment is hostile.
He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. The Tigers offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And we've said many times a tight end is the quarterback's best friend, but the last time these two played together, you could make the argument it was even more than family. It was like that thing, there is a friend who sticks closer than a brother, David.
It was really impressive. I mean, they put up big numbers. It seemed to work every time he looked to the big fella. He delivered. So, elite 1-2 punch. Jesse, how do you slow that guy down?
I mean, you just got to pick your matchup poison, honestly. You can put a safety against him and try to take advantage of the speed, but he's not going to be big enough to match up physically. If you go linebacker, you're not fast enough. So, mixing and matching the looks, I think, is the best chance this defense has.
Throws for the tight end, and they can't make the connection.
Well, on that last play, you'd like to see the quarterback be a little bit more accurate and give his guy a chance to make the play. That ball wasn't even close to his intended target's body.
3rd and long right here. Looking downfield, it's Levitt. Out wide left, it's Durham. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
And sometimes when you hand it to these guys, man, it's hard to find lanes. It's very congested in the box. But nice job when you spread it out and you give him space by throwing him the football. Sometimes he can use that blazing speed and make bigger plays. I look for them to continue to find ways to get that fast dude in space.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Handoff, Durham running left. Across the 45. There he goes! Touchdown, Tigers! Rolled his way into the end zone. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. Oh, that's like blowing the layup or the 3-inch putt. Missed the extra point. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Roadrunner offense on its way out there to open this drive. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. This time they'll throw it. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Well, he's off to an awesome start this season. Had a sack in their last game, gets his first sack right now. I think he has a chance to be a huge focal point in this defense moving forward, but let's just worry about what's happening now. This offense has to find a way to slow him down.
A little release to the back. At the 35, he's got room. Off to the races to the right. Past the 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Roadrunners!
That's a nice job by the offense there in their second drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out, you're scratching your head. That didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but a good job of sort of collecting yourselves, going through the next couple play calls and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find the rhythm.
You got to like the answers, right? Like sometimes you come out, sometimes you're situated and you're ready to rock and roll and it comes out hot. Sometimes it doesn't, but I like the response. Their defense does their job, gets them the football back. They come out, execute. Nice job getting on the scoreboard.
The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. These two teams swapping early scores, and they'll try to move back on top, starting the drive down 7-6. Look out! Glides to the ground, picks up the first down, and avoids the hit.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats, but when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Quickly complete. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one. Death Valley has a well-earned rep of being intimidating. It is nice to be the quarterback, to have everything on your side.
And have everything quiet. It's the loudest place by far that I ever played. I mean, for an entire game, they are on their feet, yelling, screaming. Now listen, we can't play all the words they're yelling, Reese, but they are an intimidating crowd.
Wants to throw. It's Levitt. Right side, it's Green. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
Quarterback slides, and he's got enough for the first down.
You just can't say enough about this quarterback and how important his legs are to their success for this season, for this game, and really for this drive. Earlier, when he called his own number, it was a big gain. He does it again. He's got the knack of just understanding when to throw it, when to take off and run. You saw it right there.
Trying to scramble his way free, but that defense does a great job, and there's no gain on the play. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Sells to fake. Unloads it left. A strike downfield. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. The Tigers go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Trying to cap this drive with a pass. Out wide, it's Durham. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Operating in the red zone here on second down. He wants to throw it. He caught it, and he will score! Touchdown, Tigers! Ready to try the point after. Just when you think it's automatic, it's not. Extra point, no good. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. UTSA taking over, and the offense heads out to the field. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
I think there's a couple schools of thought in how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like some people say, I run the football to set up the throw, right? To get people aggressive. But this offense kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out throwing the football, now soften them up. Now let's see if they can start to get that ground game going.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge third down coming. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. At the 45 on his way. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
That's a bang-bang type play, RPO, in and out of the hands of the QB quickly. Just get it into the hands of your playmaker as fast as possible and let him do the rest. When you've got this guy's athleticism, man, that is such a great design on offense, and it comes up big.
They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. And it's the Roadrunners look to keep this drive humming. Now they'll run the draw. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. DB's right up on the receivers. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Kept it on the ground, now they'll throw. Finds his big tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Headed to the line at the 23, trying to convert this 3rd and short. Burrowing for yardage. They get him on the ground. The defense knew exactly where they had to stop him, and it's 4th down. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. It's good. That slices the lead to 2.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Making a play like that to open the drive can really get the momentum going. First down from the 43. That pass is incomplete.
And those are the ones you just want to pull it back in as soon as you throw it as a quarterback, because you know he was open, I had him, I just put too much underneath it and missed out on a big play.
To throw, it's Levitt. Right side, it's Green. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
LSU with the 1st and 10 here. Fresh set of downs going up top. Caught over the middle. It's Green. Makes the grab and knocked down, and he's got it at the 25-yard line.
It's a really nice play there. The thing about this guy, he forces the defense to have to stay disciplined. You just can't take a play on. He reminds me of an old LSU quarterback that I used to play against, Herb Tyler. He was a guy that could hurt you throwing the ball, but he was also shifty and he could extend plays. We had a great defense at Florida, full of NFL dudes, but he just never let you feel comfortable because of his athleticism and his dynamic ability. This guy has a little bit of that too.
Looking to throw. Trying to barrel in. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here in the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
Right back to it. He tried to find some running room, but they get him stopped.
And what a great job by the defense here. First down, second down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both, and that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up third and long situations, and now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. And the Roadrunners send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Secures it at the 30. Makes a move. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. So the LSU Tiger offense comes out to start this drive. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. Touchdown, LSU! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Man, this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the first half, but this unit looks dialed in.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. UTSA takes over, and the offense ready to hit the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. First play of this drive. Going downfield for the big play. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
And that's a big shot, and that's a big incompletion, but this offense has to continue to do more of that. When you're trailing and you've got to make plays, they got to find creative ways to push this ball down the field and get this offense in a flow.
Escapes the pressure going right. Ball is loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. And they were channeling their inner Mike the Tiger. Don't you think Mike could get a big paw in there to swat that thing free the way the Bayou Bengals do?
Yeah, and when you're the secondary and you're flying up, great job understanding. The guy's already kind of slowing down a little bit, but where do I put my head? I put my head on the football, get my hand on the football. Those guys, those DBs from LSU really understanding that flying up, making the big play.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Second and long here. Running right, it's Durham. Got it inside the 15. Touchdown, Tigers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. What a game he's had. 3rd touchdown of this one and 5 on the season. And he knocks this one through, and that's been anything but easy for this kicker.
Anytime you've got a successful run play on the ground, you've got to have great blocking up front. The offensive line, receivers, everybody doing their job, and that helped lead to the home run.
The Roadrunner offense on its way out there to open this drive. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
Starting this drive like that is exactly what they had hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming.
Well, we've seen this running back make a lot of big plays catching the football, and they've got a lot of different ways to use them. That time, they're just throwing him more of a traditional running back screen, and I really like how they diversify the pass game with this guy in mind. He's a weapon, and they do a good job of being creative when it comes to distributing him the football.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. The Roadrunners will have it 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. Second down, gonna throw it. Under pressure. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
And he was held in check in game one, but you're not going to hold him in check for long. And right out the gates, getting a sack in the second ball game, that will not be his last sack of the season. This dude is a ball player.
Going to try to get it himself. Tackled right at the 43-yard line, and this D didn't let him sniff that first down marker. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this fourth down. The kick is on its way. They call it a coffin corner kick for a reason, and you really can't do it any better than that. He puts that thing out of bounds right around the goal line. Holly, what update do you have on that?
Here on the Tigers sideline, guys, they have a big lead right now, and they were expected to be here. One of the top teams in the country. They have performed that way here today. Even though some of the players are starting to celebrate just a little bit, coaches keep saying we have more work to do. If they really want to continue to be one of the best teams in the country, they have to keep their foot on the gas to end this game. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Scanning the field, it's Levin. Looking to the big tight end. Left side is Green. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
Who needs a 2-minute offense? When you're this explosive, this offense creates the big play, completely flips the field position right away, now in a position to go ahead and score points before the half.
They get him down at the 36. It will be a first down. Obviously didn't like what he saw on first down, and they use a timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. He fires a bullet to the right. Picked off! What a play by this defense! And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. The snap wants to start the drive with a pass. Swatted away and broken up. A great play there by the DB.
And I feel like that was predetermined. They told him in the huddle, man, chuck that thing down the field. Like, haven't run the ball well, haven't thrown it well. They haven't really gotten started off on the right foot in this football game. It looks like they're still searching for answers, for something that they can get some momentum going.
Missed receiver there. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Wide open downfield. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And it's the Roadrunners come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Makes the catch, it's Hall. Timeout taken by the offense. It's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
They're all over him. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this is why this team is losing this game. They cannot protect their quarterback. He's already been sacked a bunch of times, almost got sacked right there. This guy doesn't have a chance.
Looking for the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
And I guess he didn't watch the tape from a week ago. Because when you threw at this guy last week, he made big plays. He had 2 picks a week ago. They try him early in this football game, and it's the exact same result. You better be wary when you go after that young man.
That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Handoff, Caden Durham. Got the first down, and he will finally go out of bounds after another big gain, and they are absolutely gashing them with this running game.
Yeah, this offense has had their way with this defense, and they've had a lot of success. And I tell you what, if this defense wants any chance of coming back, they better get physical and stop the run, because right now, this offense is having their way.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Moving the pocket, it's Levin. Over the middle, complete to Wilson. And he make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. And the Roadrunners will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he's stopped. Holly, what's the story as we start this second half?
Hey, guys, checking in with the Tigers head coach. He is so excited about how his quarterback has performed. They did have a lot of high expectations for him, and he has lived up to the challenge. They get the ball here, and they are expecting to go right down the field, regain some of that momentum that their quarterback had in the first half, and make sure he is setting the tone for the second. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly.
And I really love the idea of this guy running crossing routes, right, guys? He's got the speed to separate from defenders, but if you can put it out in front of him on the run, he's going to catch that thing and turn it up, and you saw all the yards after catch on that one. That was a big-time play, really nice play design for a guy with tremendous speed.
A really nice job by the quarterback putting some extra heat on that throw. As a defensive back, I'm going to drive to that curl, try to get there really quick to try to break up the pass, but when the QB puts it that hard on the money with that much accuracy, really hard route to defend.
Throwing right. It's dropped after taking the hit.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
On play action. Rolls right. He's going to take off.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
3rd and short from the 26. Pretty easy field goal range, but they'd love to pick up the first. Dropping back, it's Levin. Unloads to the wideout. On target to the left. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a 1st and goal. And the Tigers, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Big guy smells it, and he's going to score. Touchdown, LSU! And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays, and it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. On the run from inside his own 5, and they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. UTSA taking over, and the offense heads out to the field. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. The running back has it. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on 1st down. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. He's looking to pass. Throws to the wideout. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Roadrunners will call on their punt team. Not a lot of room to to make this catch. Taken down right away. Holly Rowe has an update.
Hey guys, down here on the LSU sideline, their tight end has been a brilliant target here today. Over 100 yards receiving already in this game, and I expect them to keep him in and keep going to this big target. As you know, the tight ends never get the glory, and this guy is on fire today. Let's see if they continue to feed him the rock. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Long way to go on second down. Looking to throw, it's Levitt. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up third down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
And I'm not surprised by this QB, man. He's picking up where he left off, right? They've built a cushion, built a lead, struggling to stop the passing game, keep pushing the ball down the field. He's making the right reads, and this offense is in a groove.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
And finally getting home and getting the sack. This quarterback, his jersey's not even dirty. We're in the second half. We're behind. We got to find a way to create some momentum plays. That's step one.
Showing off that power as he plows ahead to the 38. They've done a really good job creating the matchups they want out of the slot.
Yeah, dude, get that guy matched up on a linebacker. That guy matched up on a safety. Keep him away from the corners by putting him in the slot. Get him the football. Let him make plays.
Out wide left, it's Watkins. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. Wants to throw on first. Rush is on. Out wide right, it's Wilson. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up. So now with first and goal, let's see what LSU does here. Here's Durham. Touchdown, Tigers! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Another nice drive put together. And this offense through 2 weeks, man, they look legit. This team's about to be 2-0. All of their dreams in front of them. This team looks like a national championship contender.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Runs through the... Oh, it's a fumble! It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it? You want to talk about hearts and throats when that ball was on the ground? The offense recovered its own fumble. The fake and wants to throw.
And if this offense wants to get back in the football game, it starts up front. Like, they've got to do a better job of protecting their quarterback. A third down and long situation coming up. They'll have another opportunity. They got to keep their quarterback upright.
Stopped immediately. Might have gotten a little cute with that run on third and long, and they got nothing to show for it. And it's the Roadrunners line up to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Looking for room. That's a perfect example of not settling for... Catch, pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. With an update on that, let's check in with Holly.
Hey guys, down here on the LSU sideline, players are really starting to feel this momentum. They've got a big lead here in this game, and they were expected to be just where they are. Guys are talking to each other. Keep eating, keep eating. I know they want to finish this game off strong, but with a big lead, they're starting to have a little fun down here on the sideline. Guys, back to you.
All right, Holly. Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. From the gun. Wilson open on the right side. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. The Tigers peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. Drops back on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. It's caught. And he's tackled, stopped at the 14. They'll move the chains. They've got a 1st down in the red zone.
A lot of smiles right now in this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking,
touchdown, Tigers. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. Man, he didn't just put it on his numbers. If he were throwing it at a front porch, he would have put that right in the keyhole. What a precise pass.
Right in the keyhole, right on the button, right on the face mask, whatever it was. Great throw, great timing. Nice job by the quarterback.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. UTSA takes over in the offense, ready to hit the field. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Fresh setter downs going to the air. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Finds his target. They get in the backfield and make the play, and that's how they'll finish off this 3rd period. As we head to the 4th quarter, this guy is seeing the defense. Look how he spread the ball around. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. Leaves it in his belly. Had nowhere to go, couldn't get it out of the end zone. He'll take the safety. After giving up that safety, they'll have to boot it away and give it right back to them.
that's a huge safety for the defense. I have no idea what the running back was thinking there. You've got to have way better awareness and understand where you are on the field. You cannot run backwards and get tackled in the end zone for a safety.
The Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Here comes the heat. Nowhere close on that one is. Drill trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option two, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Right side, it's Wilson. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Hauls it in. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Fresh set of downs going up top. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Well, I love play callers that want to stay aggressive regardless of what the score is, regardless how much time is left on the clock. And I promise you this, there are a lot of fans, there are a lot of teams all across college football that are paying attention to what is happening right now.
A lot of times when you go back and you revisit these games, who takes advantage of these opportunities in the red zone, in these goal-to-go situations? Bad job on first down by this offense.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. Nowhere to go. Same song, second verse, as this defense is ready for this guy.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on third down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
Looking to the end zone on third and goal. Touchdown, Tigers. Middle of the end zone. He's got it. They'll try to add another to their lead. And he makes the extra point. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He's out of bounds at his own 15-yard line, looking for running room, and couldn't find much on that return. The Roadrunner offense on its way out there to open this drive. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency, David.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together. Get some good mojo going.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They've played with great effort. They've gotten...
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Not one, but 2 sacks on the day, and possibly more to come. Still time left in this football game, and this is a beatdown. You know all passes are coming. This offensive line better do a better job.
Hand it to the back. He's knocked down immediately, tried to catch them napping on the run, and nothing doing. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. And the Roadrunners will send out the punt unit. And that is just about a perfect punt as he pins them deep inside the 10-yard line. The LSU offense comes out to start this drive. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win. On to next week.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Quarterback changing the play. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Got a man, it's Bishop. First grab of the season for this highly talented freshman. They believe he's just going to get better each and every snap.
Yeah, and you've seen these curl routes. This is a timing route, understanding the ball's got to come out of my hand right when he hits the top of that curl. Nice job by the QB finding him. Nice catch.
They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. Pulls it, looking for a crease. Breaks into the open. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. LSU getting set on 1st and 10. Fresh center downs going to the air. Catch in the middle, it's Bishop. He's down right there, short gain on the grab. Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Snap in the shotgun. With the catch, it's Bishop. Finds a crease at the 20. He'll be stopped at the 16-yard line. It's enough for a first down in the red zone. The offense will use a timeout. Clock is stopped with 22 seconds left.
And that's this guy's 3rd catch now on the drive, and I like how this offense just keeps going back to him. Look, if you're not going to cover him, we're going to keep throwing him the football. We don't have to overthink this thing, and as every completion happens, the quarterback is gaining more and more confidence in this guy.
And the Tigers, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Wants to throw on first. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Motion from the wide receiver. And back to the air on 2nd down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Can't make the grab, in this offense, which has been brilliant this season on 3rd down, doesn't convert this time.
You know, I'll give it to the defense here. Obviously, it has not been their day, and this offense has gone up and down the field, lighting up the scoreboard, but you're still seeing this defense compete. And on 3rd and long, expecting pass, everybody on the same page, get the incompletion. That's something positive.
Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. Quarterback on the keeper. Maybe some room here. A tough decision there. The slide was too early. He avoided the hit, but he failed to pick up the first down. One more play to pad the stats. Defense looks as if it's coming. Give to the back. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short gain.